going on, guys? It's Josh, Fresh for Less. This channel is for ballers on a budget, okay? You don't have to make bank to feel like a boss. Today I'm talking about something super exciting. Very excited to chat about this fragrance. We are going to be chatting about Afnon Rare Carbon, okay? A lot of really unique things about this fragrance, and when I mean unique, it is a clone, but for the price point, it's fantastic. So this is a 2020 release. I got the notes written down here, so I'll start with that anyway. So it starts off with leathery violet leaf, nutmeg, and cinnamon. Starts in the mid there, violet, rose, cedar, and agarwood, and base, sandalwood, vetiver, and amber. Okay, so for the first 10 seconds of this, you're gonna get raspberry kind of vibe in there, even though raspberry is not a listed note. You know, myself and other people who have written reviews on this fragrance definitely take that up. It's got this leathery vibe and some floral and musk, but it quickly dries into a nice violet leaf and leather, and stays like that for the lifetime of it. It basically turns into 98% Tom Ford Ombre Leather. Okay. Little story about Tom Ford Ombre Leather. My wife and I like go shopping, go to Sephora, get free samples. I stumbled across Ombre Leather a few years ago, and I liked it much more than the Tuscan Leather. Even though the Tuscan Leather was more expensive, I was more fan of the Ombre Leather. It was less in your face and abrasive. I actually have a clone for Tuscan Leather up there that's actually pretty decently close, but we'll talk about that another day. So what I would do is, you know, I didn't want to spend $170 on a 50 mil or 250, 400 mil. So what I would do is often get decants. You know, they give you free samples at Sephora. Those ladies are great there in terms of helping you out. And you know, after a while I would get a couple and a couple more, and every time I go to the mall I get them, and I would put them into a larger decant like this. And this one's actually a little bit of a roller, so figured it out. I could just put it in here, rub it on. Well, it seemed great, I will say. This it still smells, even though there hasn't been Tom Ford Ombre Leather in here in like a year because of the pandemic. I still smell it, and so I can just smell it, you know, direct on it. And if I smell this to that, now I'll tell you, when you smell them just both like this, there's a difference for sure, because the initial opening of this is going to come off with that floral raspberry vibe. But I'm telling you, 30 seconds or less, boom, it's Tom Ford Ombre Leather, like bang on. Okay, another thing I want to celebrate here, the bottle. This thing is fantastic. It's got this nice little clip on here. I'll show you here. You get a little close. This is 100 mil. On the top, it's really nice metal, strong metal here, but it almost looks kind of like a Zara wanted, like with the gunshot here with the rivets. And this cap goes right on. It's actually really solid quality cap. And yeah, it looks nice on the shelf. You know, Tom Ford has their own ways of doing things in terms of the simplicity of it, which I can appreciate too. But in my opinion, this is a better bottle. This 100 mil you can get on Fragrancebuy for $34 Canadian. 100 mil of Tom Ford Ombre Leather is $250 when in Sephora anyway. I don't know what it is on discounters, but either way, you know, comparing price points, it's not even close. Okay, longevity, 7 to 10 hours, so phenomenal longevity. I got about 2 feet of projection for the first 2 hours, which is great. If you get 2 feet for 2 hours, that's awesome. Then it went down to about 1 foot for the next 4 hours. And then for the remainder of it, it's a skin scent. You know, if anyone gets close to you, they're going to smell it too. And great sillage, leaves a really good trail. In spring and summer, which I did wear today, even though it was a little bit hot outside, mainly because I was doing the review, I wanted to kind of get it going. You know, 1 to 3 sprays is good. It's plenty. If you did 3, you know, you're going to feel it, especially in the hot heat. In winter, you know, 5 sprays. You usually do you know, chest, sides of the neck, arms. You know what I mean? Obviously, this is going to stick to clothes for a long time. So try, you know, unless you want that, you know, try to avoid it, you know, go on the skin. Because if you spray this on clothes, you're smelling it for the next 2 days, for sure. So overall, I'm going to give this, just because of my own personal love for Tom Ford Ombre Leather, without actually buying it, being one of those fragrances that I wanted to get for a while and didn't, and discovering this was just such a wonderful treat. So I'm gonna give this 9.5 out of 10, mainly because for the price point, the amount, 100 ml is great. The bottle is fantastic. The smell is bang on. Like, I've smelled a lot of clones that are close, you know, 90%. I'm telling you, this is 98, 99% Tom Ford Ombre Leather on the skin. Like, after an hour, if you sprayed one on each, no one is going to be able to smell the difference. If they guess at Tom Ford Ombre Leather, it's by pure dumb luck, because they smell exactly the same. So yeah, I'm going to put links to this in my in my description here, as well as, you know, there's not much in terms of promotions available, and I'm just starting this out, so I don't have any like discount code or whatever. But there's a refer a friend for $5. So if you use that link, save $5 on it, and get this for $29 Canadian plus tax. So for anyone watching this in the US of A, you are going to be saving even more. So yeah, definitely check this out. Super excited. Again, this is Josh, Fresh for Less, and this is Afnan Rare Carbon.